Welcome back, guys. You guys are sitting in a tree. I don't know the style of tree. Do you know the tree?
No idea. Like a locust, maybe.
Dude, I am so pumped. We are in middle of California, Beta test track behind us. Benny Blows just wrapped up a practice sesh. And this was a big triple right here. It was pretty cool to watch him going over that. And Jared and I just rode dirt bikes for like 3 hours.
Yep. Since 9, it's 12 now. We rode since 9. I did, I don't even know, 12, 13 laps on like a 10 minute course. Yep. And then we did like a 20-minute dual sport ride on the new Beta Alp.
Yeah, super pumped on the Alp. Dude, we were giggling. The scenery out here is incredible.
Yeah.
So totally different than back home, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think? So this video is going to be a little jam session from the dealer meeting here based on our reactions of the new bikes. So we're going to kind of go through what we rode. Not going to be tied to any other video. So stay tuned, subscribe, all those things. Like the video, helps it blow up and get bigger.
Yep.
So first bikes we rode were what?
The Alp. Well, first bikes we rode were the Alp. I jumped on the 4.1, which is the bigger wheel edition of the Alp. They're 350cc 4-stroke motor, tuned down a little bit from like your general, enduro bike. Made for road riding and a little bit off-road, and boy were they fun. Had plenty of power. They were really smooth. You could cruise down the freeway 60, 65, I think easy, no problem.
Yeah.
It's more of like it'd be a good commuter bike, bombing 30 miles to work back and forth. And if you had some off-road logging roads you could ride on the way home, you could have no problem bombing up some fire roads and just having a good time on it.
I think that's the key market for that bike. It might not be the high speed stuff, but it's going to be like 35, 40 mile an hour back roads.
Yep.
With like super long like intervals on service.
And yeah, twisty. Yeah, it's probably very durable. So
it's not like the RS line, like the 4-strokes where you're constantly like checking valves and oil changes. This is going to be more like a CRF 300 they are now, or like a KLX 250, like their style bike like that. So that's kind of cool what Beta's coming out with. Really excited about it.
Basically mini adventure. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Day trip adventures. All kinds of accessories. You can get packs and gas tanks and like spare gas, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, like racks and stuff.
Yep.
There was 2 versions of that. So there was Jared rode the regular, and then I rode the X, and then we swapped, of course. But the X version had a round headlight, lower rear tail light, and then like the wheels were different size. So.
I think the big ones are like 17, 19, and then the other one was 15, 17. So a little smaller, more urban oriented for like bombing around the city and then catching some off-road stuff there. It'd be like a good delivery bike, something like that, For sure. Yeah. And then after that, we went right over and we started riding all the enduro bikes. We just had such a battle. It was so cool. The last ones that we rode. We'll talk about that later, but I don't know what we rode first. Some cross trainers. Yeah, first thing I rode, 300 cross trainer. Good bike, good trail bike. Not very aggressive, very smooth, very easy to ride. Like, it is an easy to ride bike. Handle's amazing. I love the compact package. It's a little smaller, a little narrower for trail riding, and as long as if you're not going full bore, that is just the bike to have, especially out here in this type of terrain, rolling hills, rolling mountains. That is the sickest bike ever.
I think it was good for us to ride that bike first because we didn't know the track, so we weren't going wide open.
Yep.
It's a great bike to do that on. Obviously, as soon as we got off that, we got on I think I rode a 4-stroke of some sort.
Yep.
Obviously, the brakes and suspension, everything were just next level.
Yeah.
So we could push harder, but the first lap we weren't going to push anyway because we didn't know, coming off these big hills, we had no idea. There was not many arrows. So now the track's burnt in. It's beautiful. You can rip wherever you want. So
yeah, got little 2-inch ruts everywhere. Perfect. I think the second bike that I rode on the enduro side was a 390. I liked it. Very smooth, consistent power. Had really good feel. And then the new X Pro suspension that they have, that single-sided fork with the hydraulic. What do they call it? It's single hydraulic chamber, SHC.
Yeah.
I have to tell you guys, that is some of the best suspension I've ever rode out of the box in my entire life. I used to love the Marzocchi forks that came on the Betas, and I was like, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. This X Pro suspension blew my mind. It is so smooth and responsive. It soaks everything up. It works incredible.
It does.
All of the X Pro bikes that I rode, I was so impressed with.
All the videos, I'm on the race edition, and when I'm talking on the race edition, my voice is going, because your body is getting jerked around so much. And then I hop back on the RX Pro and I can talk smoothly. It is such a difference in the stutter bumps.
Yeah.
I don't care, you're A class, I'm B class. It doesn't matter who's out here riding. Those RX Pros are such a good bike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a good bike.
Soaks up all the chattery stuff. They handle really well.
They do.
Not that the race editions don't. It's just a little harsher and a little more aggressive, more visceral. You feel every little bump and stuff. And they're plenty fast. The bikes are really To me, I couldn't tell power-wise.
I don't think there is. They're all the same power, same brakes. It's just
how stiff.
And so there's one section over here. They have like an outdoor track as well that they sent us down. They're like a bunch of ski jumps in a row, like 5 maybe.
Yep.
They weren't spaced great. Like the third one was like a slammer.
You just slammed
And
it.
every lap, I definitely slammed. I could feel the RX Pro suspension on that, and I'm okay with that because once a lap or twice a lap, I'm okay bottoming out, knowing that I'm not sacrificing for the rest of the ride, right?
That's exactly
So if we're like trying to avoid that situation, we got chatter the whole rest of the race lap. So I'm 100% an RX Pro guy. I've always been RR, which is what this is replacing. On all of our channel in the past, I've always bragged about the RR, and I'm going to continue to do that.
Yeah, me too. I'm sold on the X Pros. I think that's the best bike Beta has made to date.
I think so.
And I can't I don't know how they can make it any better. I don't know what they're possibly going to.
It's so smooth.
They've
it's
set,
just good.
Yeah, they've set the bar super high on it, and it's a really good bike. All of them. The 430, I think, was one of the next bikes I rode. That bike is all time, you guys. You have got to try throwing a leg over a 430. Just super smooth power, so usable, very controllable. It revs quick. Like it almost felt like a 350 with 450 power. Like I was super impressed with it. I'm not a big 4-stroke guy. I usually don't love them as much. I've been on 2-strokes now for, I don't know, 8 years, I think, and I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but I would go buy one of those today.
Yeah, I rode the new RC 450. I was probably one of the last. I was the last guy to ride it because as I was riding it, the battery died halfway through the lap. I could feel the battery when I first got on it, like didn't want to start. And the RC 450, which is this new off-road hybrid, this is what I want in the 2-stroke, and Beta's not making it. I raised my hand at the dealer meeting, and I'm like, I want an RC 2-stroke. He's like, no, like pretty fast.
Yeah,
there was no hesitation from him. So we're at to build our own RC 2-stroke still, and 4-strokes, because I don't think that it was good for the. I think that's the owner of the facility.
Yeah, it might be.
Cool.
I think it is.
And he's okay with us doing this. I'm nervous, like not our track, and don't want to like overstep boundaries. Anyway, RC is way too fast. Did you ride the RC?
I didn't ride the RC. I rode the RX 450. The thing is a handful. Suspension is so stiff. It made unbelievable amounts of power, like almost too much. And I'll tell you what bike did make too much power was the RX 300.
You were in that one?
Dude, that bike was freaking tough to hold on to. I got arm pump in like 4 seconds, and it wanted to wheelie out of like every corner. I'm like, holy crap. It was getting great traction, like too much traction, too much power. Other than that, and the suspension was stiff. I didn't love it. I don't know if I would get one. Pretty
cool. Last night at dinner, Kalen Gardner, which is a Supercross team manager, came right over and sat down and ate dinner with us. And I picked his brain. I don't think he ate much because I was talking to him the whole time. I want info, and that's why we're here. I want to get value from the dealer meeting. And one of the things, we talked a lot about that RX 300, and obviously being Supercross, they don't touch the 2-strokes, but had a really good conversation with him about some things I can try on that to help guys detune it, because we sold so many of the RX 300s last year to guys that wanted to race off-road, and even my A guys are running sprint enduros. They're like, hey Jared, we need to slow this thing down. And I'm glad you felt that. I mean, you can hear it when you start it, like it sounds like it's got a cam in it.
It's so crisp and clean. They run really good, but it is just an aggressive power, man. It hits like a Mack truck, and there was quite a few times where I went to like roll on like I do on my 300, and instead of just like kind of starting to power slide and going around the corner, it just picked the front wheel up off, and I overshot the berm and went off into the freaking kind of jingweeds there. So it was tough to get used to.
So I guess I'm not going to recommend the RX 300s anymore for woods guys, just because I can't detune them enough. Kalen and Gardner and we did talk about different things to try, and some of the mechanics from the Supercross team were at our table as well. So was Joe Watson. He's super cool. A lot of cool stuff. Dude, our table at dinner was like the table.
It was the
table at dinner.
We were having more fun than anybody else. Dude, for sure.
And like I said, none of them ate because we were just trying to learn as much as we could. So I don't have a lot of things I can detune your RX 300. I'm sorry, but we're gonna try some things. Maybe make a video on it. I'm glad you felt that. So even off-road GNCC guys, we're not gonna go there. We're going to go Race Edition or these RX Pros. Please don't overlook them.
Honestly, if you're not like very top contender, just get an RX Pro. They're so good. You're going to be so impressed. You won't regret it. If you can ride one, you're going to love it.
We're going to have to build some like shop build stuff to prove to you what we're going to do with them. I think we need to. I'm going to have to just sacrifice one of those in the showroom and twist my arm, and that's what we're going to do. So, I liked the 350, 390 4-stroke, always have, still do. 430 and the 480 were easy to ride, no complaints. If I lived out here, some sort of animal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know what those are. but they're not biting us, so
Nope.
it's okay. I think you could get away with. I'm still staring at those. They're squirrels, actually. We're totally fine.
Yeah.
You could like get away with a 430, 480 out here in these like big rolling hills or Colorado where you lose power.
Yeah.
But dude, the 350 is so much fun to ride.
Yeah,
here.
I didn't get to ride the 350.
390.
390 I rode, and
Very similar, though.
Very similar as far as I remember. I know it felt great. The 430, I just want to touch on what you said. It being easy to ride, that has got to be also one of the just easiest bikes to ride and go fast on. Like, it's so forgiving, and you make a couple mistakes, and it's got the grunt. You can twist the throttle, make up a little bit of time when you need to. It just overall, like, super easy bike to go fast on.
My dad's always loved the 430s because it gets him out of trouble. Like our track at home isn't this, but we do have some like 60-foot doubles, and my dad just wants to make sure if he's in a corner and he doesn't have the corner perfect, that 430 gets him over that jump.
Yeah.
And I've always understood why he does that. I raced his 430 2 years ago at a hare scramble, but it was the race edition. And it's the same track that they run GNCCs at, so these tracks are just beat up, you know, like Seneca Highlands it was. And I was tired, and maybe it wasn't the motor. I think I was just getting beat up on suspension.
Yeah.
Because Dad's bike was stock, we didn't do anything to it. So I think if I had a 430 RX Pro, that race would have been a lot different for me.
For sure.
Even B class, whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to touch on the 200. So, all right, let me put it this way: the 430 was just overall like the best bike here. I think I rode 11 or 13 bikes. Okay.
I can say it's 432.
Yeah, 430 just best
RX
bike.
Pro.
RX Pro 430.
I agree.
The 200 X Pro was the funnest bike to ride, hands down, no contest, just unbelievably fun. Super responsive, super snappy, like way more power than the 125, not 250 like aggression. You could lug it, you could rev it to the moon. Just I was giggling the whole time, just laughing, like just telling myself this is the most fun I've had on two wheels today, and that stands true. That is one of the funnest bikes that I got to ride today.
What bike were you riding in the last lap?
250.
I was on the 200.
Yeah.
Dude, we had such a good battle until about halfway through, and Jared
I got it. Okay, so we were cat and mousing, passing each other. I blew his doors off, overshot a corner. He cut the inside, got in front of me, and then we come around a corner to these like long rollers. There's like 5 or 6 rollers in a row, and I rode where nobody had rode yet today. And I launch off one of the rollers and land, and my wheels sink into my axles, dead stop me, toss me over the bars, and I just cartwheeled the bike like 5 times and landed on my head. Bike ran me over. It was great. Jared's freaking gone, and then he didn't even slow down and wait for me.
I couldn't. I had to beat you. That's the only chance I have. Well, you did pull over and let me by you once. So,
Well, yeah.
It was such a fun lap, though. Yelling at him like, "I'm gonna cut you off." I did. So,
Yeah.
But that little 200, dude, that was the funnest lap. I was just wringing its neck. I had no more power left.
You were booking. I was impressed with the speed because I know you haven't rode in a long time or in a while, and you were absolutely flying.
Nice,
like
dude.
you were moving.
So 430 RX Pro, best bike. Second bike is a 200 RX Pro.
Yep. Most fun.
Third bike, I'm gonna put another like 350, 390 RX Pro in there.
Yep.
And then you just like pick wherever you live and how you ride and what you ride. You would pick your bike next, right? Like if you're in Colorado and you want to do single track, you might want to go 4-stroke for that. I don't know, maybe 2-stroke 300s. I'm leaving 300s out of this conversation. That's our biggest seller.
Yeah, I rode it. So that's what I have for a personal bike, is a 300, and I love the thing. That's why I have it. I've had it for many years. It's very good.
Heck yeah. We're gonna get some
nice.
This one, who's out there now?
That's I think that's Mitchell Odenberg.
It is.
It is.
He's just gonna go out and do some laps.
Very good.
So hopefully the audio is okay.
Yeah, real quick. The 300, great bike. I should have touched on it. That is like the ultimate off-road weapon, really. I mean, if you're going to do single track ride in the mountains, hard enduro, you're going to go to the moto track, whatever. And if you want something to cover all the bases, that's really going to be the best bike.
Should put that bike in third then. We're going to go 430 RX Pro, 200 RX Pro, and then the 300 because it does everything.
That does.
And you could probably put the race edition version of that in that spot.
Right.
Because if you do race or all these other things, that bike's okay there.
Yeah, it is.
So those are our top 3 bikes from the dealer meeting. We rode almost everything. So we're going to have a bunch of individual videos. I think it's 16 minutes. It's pretty far away for me to see. So I apologize that it's so long.
14. We're good.
So thank you guys for watching our channel. So real quick, like Rodney Smith came up to us. He's like, we watch your channel. like Supercross team manager watches our channel. Dude, thank you everybody for supporting our beta channel.
Yep.
I feel like we got a really cool thing going. I know there's going to be some other beta themselves is going to try to do some YouTube.
Yeah.
But they don't have us and they don't have the personality, and not to brag about it, but super thankful for what we have. If he's going to wave in the background. Okay, he's going the opposite way.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching our channel. Please consider subscribing.
Thank you for 20K, by the way. Channel just hit 20K last. Check that out.
Oh, I thought he was going to triple it. That's the triple behind us. So.
Wait till you guys see this.
Well, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the ride. See you on the trail, and see you soon.